Hi, I'm Tricia, and welcome to Flew the Coop. My last video was really from my heart, and all the comments that you guys left, I could feel your love, and thank you so much for that. Sometimes we feel like we're the only one going through this, and I know there's many of you out there that are going through and lost a loved one. And your mate of 50 years is a hard one to get over. And I'll never get over it, but I am going to live through it. So I was just going to talk today about some things that are really, really hard for me right now. And that's dealing with trying to get my Medicare started and everything and Social Security, and to get my husband's pension that I'll get for 5 years, I guess is what I'll get. And I need to get that started and trying to figure out um, where at work he had a life insurance policy. But who do you call? Look at this stuff hanging out of my hair. Yeah, I'm never the most well-groomed person around. And I don't think I'm going to change. So either you overlook it or give me some funny comments. I don't care because it is what it is. So yeah, I've had my daughter call me frumpy the other day because my clothes are all too big on me. But they're not really my clothes. They're stuff my sister gave me. So I'm not a clothes hog. I don't like them. So I just wear what's comfortable. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not here to impress anybody. So, but this calling stuff, and you call a number that you think or somebody gave you to call, and they pass you on, and they all ask you the same questions, and it goes through this here um, robot like type thing saying, what is your last four digits of your social, and blah 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 blah, and your birth date and all this stuff, and you answer it all, and then they say press 1 for this and 2 for that and 3 for that and 4 for that, and it takes it forever before it gets to, if you don't know what you want, push another number. And most of the time I don't know what I want. I just want it done and I want it over. And then you get a hold of a live person after an hour or so, and that person tells you, well, I can transfer you to someplace else because that's where you need to be. Okay. But you transfer, and it's like you have to go through the whole spiel again, you know? And all I want is some stuff started and off my plate, because I kind of like to get his pension started because money just keeps going out. That I need some money coming in. And actually, Social Security wasn't too bad because I was already on Social Security, and they just kind of gave me now what my husband was getting. But he only got it for a few months before he passed away. But that's another story. So, anyhow, got that because they took my Social Security and then they added more money to it to make it equal to his. But now we're not making his. And I just, it's not all about money. And he does have a life insurance policy, and it's not about that. Because, like, the money that I got when my mom passed away, and that's still, even though it's been 8 years, yeah, yesterday would have been 8 years since her funeral. You know, I still break through crying for her. And I know I will always do it for my husband. And then tomorrow is 7 years since my dad passed away. And so, anyways, that was a year that my siblings and I took care of my dad. And I'm so glad we were able to, but it was a hard year. And when he passed away a year after my mother, it kind of crashed on me, to have, because I never really grieved her. And so I am getting my grieving out. So I said I wasn't going to cry, right? Life is hard. It is. And I know many of you out there are hurting just as bad. So I'm not going to hold back. This is a bunch of crappy stuff. When you're on the phone all day and you have to explain that your husband passed away a couple weeks ago, and they all say, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." Well, they don't really care. They don't. They don't even know him. So it doesn't really affect their lives, but it affects those who have lost their loved one. And so I'm doing another video and walking around like I always do. And I'm in my frumpy clothes. Yes, it's a little bit big, but it is what it is. And I have, since this morning, and then it's another thing, I can't sleep. Well, I go to sleep, but then I wake up a few hours later and then I can't go back to sleep. And I try to get all of this stuff. So this is my bed on made with stuff. And then I told my son, who I was calling and stuff, and he said, "Well, which one did you call or stuff?" I says, "I don't know. I can't even read my own notes because they keep transferring me." And you know what it is. I'm waiting on the Social Security. They said they would send me a thing so I could apply for Part B. And then I have 8 months before I can pick a plan. But in the meantime, there's something going on in here. Uh, So, anyways, I have something like in my gums. I don't know if I got something stuck in there, but I can still feel it from the outside. And I was going to go to the dentist, and that's my dentist. And I don't know if I told you about how she sent a card and said something about she. Oh, I'll get it and read it. Let me see. She said, oh, when you have teary eyes, do you know you can't read? And that makes it hard too when you're trying to reach out to these people to get this stuff settled. And you start crying, and then you're like, I don't know what it says. It says, "We hope you find some happiness knowing that Wendell was one of our favorite patients." Dr. Garrison. I love her. I do. And all the other girls, signed the card. And they gave me a Kroger gift card for some groceries. $75. I can get some groceries for that. I love her, Dennis. But I probably, if I called her up, she'd say, "Okay, come in," and we'd work out what, because I called what would be my medical insurance and dental insurance today, and I was told that since I qualified for Medicare, that I wasn't covered anymore because his insurance stopped on the 10th. Well, he didn't pass away until the 15th, so they better have not stopped it then, because there's a lot of bills after that. I think he had the blood transfusion after that. I'm not sure. So, anyhow, um, this is going to be one of those videos where I forget what I'm talking about again, and just don't turn me in to the crazy people and say she has dementia, she needs somebody to take care of her, because I wouldn't be happy with that. Yeah. And I know you're not, and I don't even know what I'm saying. So, what was I talking about? I don't know. I just don't know. My head is so screwed up. And then on top of it, I'm trying to call the bank in Kentucky. It's a couple hours away, but that's where my mother lives. And I'm trying, and I got a POA, And my mother-in-law signed it, and I took it to the bank to get on the bank because my husband always was on the bank, and I would buy stuff on Amazon and send it to her, for, you know, her pull-ups and all that other stuff that she needs to take care of her. And we have a care person that takes care of her and get that stuff all paid and get her bills all paid. And she doesn't have dementia, thanks God, but I was trying to get on the bank. So we went down there to, because I had the POA from, the lawyer's office, so I could get myself put on the bank. And I was going to get my husband taken off of it. And they said they could not do that. I need more light. Because they have to make sure that it's not a fake. Okay, I could have walked backwards down the street to where the lawyer's office is from this bank like 50 times. And, they still haven't got it. And she keeps asking me when I'm coming down. Well, I'm not going to come down until I can go and get all the banking done and taken care of, because it's been some time and I can't, get your stuff off of, uh, shoot, what the heck? Off of Amazon. I'm an Amazon reviewer, by the way. But I can't get the stuff and, sent directly to your house or anything because that's not my card. Doesn't have my name on it. But I told them at the bank, and they knew Wendell, because everybody knows Wendell. And they said, "Oh my, Wendell passed away." And they knew that I was who I said I was. And they called up Cooley to see if they could do um, I don't know, a cashier's check in the amount so I could pay the caretaker. And then the caretaker had to come and get that check at the bank and cash it. And then, so, anyways, it was a mess, but I still got to get down there and get that all taken care of, because I used to do all her grocery shopping and, of course, pay her bills. And then I would do all her medicines and call and get prescription refills. And I would put all her pills and stuff for the caretaker and everything, so that everything was all straightened and taken care of. Well, since Wendell's been sick and stuff, we haven't been able to go down there every weekend. And our caretaker, she is a sweetie, has been doing it all for me. And I've had so many blessings in my life with people all around me. And not everybody gets that lucky or blessed. And I'm finding that out by people that have reached out and talked to me. So, be known that I have many more people in my prayer list now. So I am just truly blessed. And I think I do like, getting this out. It's like therapeutic to me to sit here and talk to you guys. I can't see you, but then I get the comments, and it just does my heart good. It does. And no, it doesn't take the part of my husband. When it's dark and it's silent, it really hits me. So anyhow, that's what I'm working on, is this here stupid insurance. And I can't go to the dentist, and I've got an eye appointment coming up, and so I'm going to have to cancel that. And then I've got to figure out what kind of plan I got to get for my Medicare, and so I want to call. What was that? I think I got tears on the glasses, and then it just now dripped after all this time. Um, I've got to call my doctor, my eye doctor, and then my eye doctor for the glasses, and then my um, dentist, and see what kind of insurance is best, because a lot of doctors and stuff won't take all of that insurance, I guess. So I've got to find out. And when I find out, then I get to choose a plan. And I've been getting, because I think the enrollment for normal enrollment is going to be ending, what, the 9th or something of this month of December. But I have the 8 months or whatever. But she said, the Social Security person I talked to said that they were sending paperwork, and this was a week and a half ago. And I could, I have to write certain things. She told me what to write on the top of this card when they send it and everything. And she said, just go ahead and get signed up for the Part B. But I think, like dental and my eyeglasses will be on a different one. But then I go to an eye doctor every 6 months, and that's like major medical like type thing. So I really do not want to change because I've went to him for years, and I don't want to change my dentist. So, but I don't know if I'm getting dental insurance or what I'm getting. I have to get something because you never can tell. I might break a tooth, and if I break a tooth, I'm getting a dental implant. My husband got a dental implant, and he got it put in a few weeks before he passed, but he couldn't. They couldn't use it, and it went with him. So that's just a little tidbit. Has nothing to do with anything, I'm sure. So, anyways, I'm working with trying to get that bank, and I called them today. Nobody called me back because I wanted to see how close are you. And this thing keeps turning. How close are you to getting that verified? And so I can get down there and kind of get it over with. So I guess I'll just hold it with my hand. I guess I can't do that too well neither. So I got to get all that stuff done. And then I've got to get, she has a safety deposit box somewhere. And I never paid attention when we were down there, and my husband would go to that bank where it's at. But I don't think there's anything in it of any importance. Maybe her car title, and her car, as far as I'm concerned, somebody could put a match to it and get rid of it. But she was paying a lot of insurance on it, and we had switched it over to just storage because it's been in the garage for years. And I asked her if we could pull that out so I could put some stuff of hers in storage in there. And no way, not touching my car. I said, okay. So, anyways, mother-in-laws, I'm telling you. And she was in the hospital right before Wendell passed. And I really worked to get her back home, and I've been working on everything. She's a hoarder. And I cleaned up her house, and you wouldn't believe the difference. She lived in a time that, you really didn't have nothing. And she holds on to everything, and it's important to her. So, but anyways, I worked down there since March, and I probably said this before, there was like a couple weeks that I would stay down there to take care of her because the caretaker wasn't completely on board yet, for everyday care. And I would just cry because I missed my husband. So now I'm just waiting. It's almost like I couldn't wait till the week was over. So, but my husband did everything for me. I did go to another store yesterday. I went to Myers, and it's a further way than the Kroger's. And I actually got on 33. It's a busy street, a totally busy street. And I did fine. But it's been a while because I don't know. I had a mild stroke years ago, and after that, I kind of like just stopped doing anything. But I didn't really drive unless I had to. And so all this is a new experience to me, and I'm getting through it. And I went to the store, pat myself on the back. I could tap my card there, but I did not know what their card number was. It was probably a Wendell's cell phone number, and I don't know his. I just pushed a button or said, call Wendell. I'll have to look that up maybe so the next time I go, I can get some points. Or do I even really care? If they want to give you something on sale, give it to me. Why the heck do I have to have a number? I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think those things that you have to scan your groceries yourself is stupid, so I don't do it. And probably in time, everybody will have to do it. And I can remember when you'd go and you'd get gas, and you'd pull up and you'd tell the guy how much gas you wanted. He'd wash your windows, check your oil, and put the gas in the car. And then you'd give him your $5 and move along. And then Wendell and I, we were newly married, and we went to Virginia. We went to Virginia Beach with a couple other couples. And we were in a camper, and we camped out. And the point was, we pulled up at a gas station there, and we waited forever, and nobody came out to put our gas in. And that was the first time ever that I heard of self-serve. So, anyways, I like the stuff in Kentucky when I go down there, and the people at the bank know you. Well, my people at my bank will probably get to know me. They knew Wendell. But that is if I go there. Yeah, I do go there occasionally because of the HOA payments and stuff, and I've got to get that done too, because somehow the HOA secretary treasurer passed away. Well, not somehow. She passed away. And I kind of inherited the secretary treasurer's position. So, unfortunately, we did not know any of the stuff, so I had to recreate everything because she didn't give anybody her passwords or nothing, and she was kind of possessive of everything. So it was a mess. And then I became the president. So I'm the president, secretary, and treasurer. And because nobody else seems to know how to do that stuff. So it's behind, because I would take it down to my mother-in-law's when I was down there and try to get, my treasurer's reports and everything done. And but my mother-in-law, she's pretty needy, and it was always do this, do that, do this. And I'd think, okay, she's asleep, but she was never asleep. So things got behind, and I would catch up. And then with my husband getting sick, I'm really behind, and there's a couple closings going on. And I did get 2 of them finished, but then the third one, I never got the money from the closing. And then I got a call that there's somebody else selling the house. So it's sold, and then whoever it's sold to is selling it again. And so I've got to figure this one out and get them some stuff. And yeah. So on top of all this other stuff, I have 4 months of treasurer's reports I have to do. And it's time that I started getting the billing all out for our annual dues that are coming up. I'm thinking I'm the president. Maybe this year nobody will have to pay dues. I don't know. I have to look at it. But yeah, and I'll have to go across with the other board members to see if it's okay. So anyways, there is one guy that wanted he used to be the president. And here's the thing. He, about a year ago, I wasn't doing something. Somebody had a jet skis in their yard or something and everything. And he said, well, you should have, you know, a meeting and we could elect a new president. And I said, well, then you would lose the secretary and treasurer, because what good does it be to have a president? Because when he was president, all he did was tell me what to do and who to write up and who to this and who to that. You know, I said, what good does it have somebody else to tell me what to do when I can tell myself what to do and it's still not going to get done if I'm busy doing other things? You know, if somebody wants to take it over, please take the whole shebang. You know, I don't care. I think HOAs are kind of stupid. How did I get on that? I don't know. So now let me show you, because I brought the HOA stuff out to the kitchen. Okay, and so now this is my countertop and all of that stuff I need to figure out. Mess, huh? Yep. So if anybody wants to be the secretary or the treasurer of the HOA, give me a call. The thing is, you don't get paid. So I think we could pay an outside company, and we are looking into that. And that's why the other president said, well, I would become the, president before we would do that. Okay, are you going to take care of all this? Huh? And we don't get nothing for it, because all that our dues go for is to pay somebody to mow the entrance and to have insurance on the entrance and all this other stuff. We don't have no perks. And so, we just do the stuff ourselves. And I do have one lady that has helped. She's the vice president. And she's been kind of carrying me through this on stuff that I couldn't handle during this time. And I will probably call her in to get that mess off of my countertop, and maybe we'll work on it together and get that done. But in time, she did come to the funeral home. And she's a wonderful lady and friend, and I'm blessed to have her as a neighbor. So I have my bed taken over, and all of this, well, I moved some of it off of there. I don't know. It's so hard for me to see what I'm showing you off of the TV stand, because that is where all the life insurance is, because his work, provided him with some life insurance as long as they were working, and he was on a short-term disability, so I should be able to get that. And then we're down to cars. We have 4 vehicles, and the last one that he got that I drive all the time still needs to be paid off so I can get the title. And then I have to get all the titles over into my name. And we should have put my name on it a long time ago, but we're from the old school, back when you didn't have to pump your own gas or scan your own groceries. We didn't even scan groceries. They had little tags on it that told you how much they cost. And then you knew if they rang it up wrong. So anyways, he just had the titles in his name. And I kind of didn't care, because he would get the license tags and everything. And so I didn't care to do that neither. So I could take them down to the motor vehicle place or something, but you have to have less than, I don't know, $60,000 worth of vehicles. And one of our vehicles is a motorhome. One is the car that I just got. And The other one's a reasonably new car. Now his truck is older. And I think I am going to keep his truck. I'm going to get, it has like really dark out, like right through here. So it's like having a visor down all the time. And I didn't like it. And he said he would take it off because it came that way. And I said, no, it's your truck. You like it, leave it. But I can't drive with something, blocking my eyesight. Doesn't work for me. But I thought, well, I might need it. I could always, just drive the camper. It's a camper van, but no, it is just a van. It's a conversion van. Shh. HOA rules say you can't have a motorhome in your driveway. Okay, all you guys that are in the part of the HOA, and you get those little notices that you can't have something. Don't be coming back on me. I'm not the one that reported you. So, anyways, report me. I don't care. So, you're allowed to have a van. And I don't even write up the people that have work vans in their driveway, although people keep telling me they can't have them. Dang, it's their job. They're a plumber. What do you want them to do? Park it somewhere else and every morning get in a car, drive to their plumber van, and then go to work? Come on. So anyways, that's another reason why I don't like HOAs. Yeah, and then you're only allowed to have a 3.5-foot high fence. But anybody could just walk over it. Your dogs will just walk over it. So anyhow, HOAs. I could go on and on about them. So one of these days, we'll possibly get rid of this. And then, you know what? The town of Groveport will take care of it. So, why should I worry? Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm going on and on and on, and I'm probably giving you too much information because now you're going to look up where I live at. So, don't be sending me hate mail. I don't want it. So, anyhow, and I'm not, I don't know. Maybe I'll cut that out. How about that? If you see this hunk of video that is gone, it's because I cut it out. Oh. So anyways, I probably should be ending this one up, but I just wanted to talk about all the stuff that has nothing to do with grieving, but it is something that really can stress you out. And I'm just letting it go. My daughter said, just do one thing at a time. And so I'm just working on getting my Medicare started, trying to figure out what kind of plan I want, calling my doctors and seeing what they take. And then, it's because, like I said, the Social Security, they did that automatically, and you would think would be the hardest people to get. But where I was already drawing on his Social Security because I got half, they gave me some more on mine to make it half of what his was back then. So anyhow, I'm going to work on the pension so I can get that for 5 years. And so, but I'm going to tell you what, I understand how so many people are forced to sell their stuff when they're widowed, and they don't want to continue working forever just to pay for all that stuff, and their Social Security isn't much, and they have to go and live in the van. I probably could do it, but I'm not sure I want to do it. And I think it's bad that that's what happens to so many older folks. And when Trump says that he's going to not tax Social Security, that's a good thing. And it would be nice if the insurance too, there was something they could do about that that's a little bit cheaper on people. So, God bless all you women that can't afford to make it when on the Social Security. And I did some retiring videos, and I so wanted my husband to retire. I did. But yeah, there's a reason that you have to work, and there's a reason that you might just want to retire and travel. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just do it however you can do it. And basically, that's what this channel is about. It's called Flew the Coop for a reason. Back then, the reason was I was just going to start doing some different things. And I'm not drunk, I promise you. But I was just going to start doing some different things and getting out and flying the coop. But now I'm kind of forced to fly the coop. And I'm hoping that you'll all come with me and help me to figure this out. I enjoy all your comments, and I'm trying to read them all, and I'm trying to make a comment back. But there's a lot of them, and I'm impressed. I didn't know it would get like that. I had started a Facebook group years ago, and when it hit 30,000 members, I'm like, and I haven't been on that group. I just left a couple other people to take care of it, and I might get back to doing that too, but I don't know. A lot of that it would stress me out because of things people would be arguing about, and I just, after a while, did not want to argue about it anymore. You can probably tell that I'm Catholic. You look around my house. And a lot of people have their opinions about it. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm Catholic, and I'm Catholic for a reason. And you don't have to save me, because I might tell you exactly what I think about your religion if you're going to tell me what you think about mine. So, again, that is what it is. So, oh, that's my nativity up there. And then those lights, they come from this little spaceman that, has some lights. You can't see him. He's in behind there. And he'll play music. And you can play Christmas music from your phone because it's Bluetooth. And there's the stars. It can change lights and stuff. I put it up there last year and decided to do it again. I did not put up a tree. And I put all my decorations back up in the closet where they came from. So I got just a few decorations. So I'm not really feeling it. And for you that know me, you know that on Christmas morning, I found out my brother had passed away 9 years ago. So these are not the days that I really want to celebrate. And I'm celebrating the birth of Jesus, because without his birth, he would not have died for our sins, and my husband would not be in heaven today. So that is what I'm celebrating, and that's my faith, and that's what keeps me going. And what keeps you going may be something completely different, and that's okay. So, um, I'm not going to apologize for who I am. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch me. So, yeah. I might have to cut this all out too because I'm just really, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be honest with you. I have no clue what I'm doing. And I don't have to know what I'm doing right now, but when it does hit me, I will know. And it will be where God wants me to be. And I might be in my camper, and there may be so many of you out there that I'm going to meet. I have what I consider a very, very good friend that I met before I made my Facebook page years ago. Hey, Teresa. I love her. We've met a few times, and she did rent out her beach house to us during COVID. And she's just a special friend. It's like everybody thought we were the same person, like I was impersonating another person or something, because we really were on the same page. And so, I don't know. You meet people along the way, and God leads you to them, and there's a reason. And I'm just going to go with it because I know I'm going to meet a lot of you people, whoever is watching, and you're going to be my friend. And we can go and we can dance and we can have fun together. Because once this doesn't hurt so bad and I'm not crying all the time, and I don't know when that'll be, but I want to be with you guys. And I want to have all of you as friends. So, love you. And later, taters.